How are you feeling today?
Just my chest, my chest hurts, headaches and blurred vision and stuff, but, I'm just taking it one day at a time, just hanging in there.
That body camera footage
Crazy, right?
went around the country, and it's pretty intense and violent. Have you been able to watch the body camera footage?
Yeah, I watched a majority of it, not all at once, but it's kind of hard to take in. But I'm just thankful. I'm thankful I'm still here because I thought I was going to die or be another Elijah McClain or George Floyd, and I'm just blessed to still be here, man.
In that video,
Yeah.
you sounded terrified.
Yeah, I was scared. Right when he put my face into the rocks and had the gun to the back of my head, that was pretty. Because he didn't just have it to the back of my head, like he pushed it to the back of my head. So I was just waiting for the bullet to come out, man. And then when I remember being on my back and him hitting it, using it to hit me in the chest, and I thought he was going to pull the trigger there too. So
What was going through your mind?
that I was going to die, maybe not see another day. I know this happens to a lot of people, but I wasn't really. I was just thinking that I was going to die, man. Like I wasn't going to see another day, and this happens to a lot of people, man. Like it happens to a lot of homeless people, people of color, and it's not. I don't think it's recognized enough,
Yeah. What would you like people to know about your situation right now?
That I was almost brutally murdered to death by a pistol, and I think it's because of certain situations, because of people who don't have a place to go, or because you can't just go into a restaurant and chill in there when it's hot outside. You can only stay in certain places for a certain amount of time. That's what I was doing. I was looking for a job, and next thing I know, I'm in that situation. You never know, because like when you're homeless, you're on the street, and when you're of color, you kind of stick out. Like people just have these police officers have these assumptions.
And when this happened on this day, were you
Yeah.
experiencing homelessness?
Yes, I was.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you were just sitting there minding your own business?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I was coming from the Starbucks, and he told me to go sit there, and that's what I did.
And
I
who
was
told you?
compliant.
Who
The
told
police
you?
officer.
The police
yeah,
officer.
I was being
Oh,
compliant
yeah.
with him.
And you were just sitting there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So tell me about the injuries that you suffered. Tell me what you're experiencing.
So all my legs are scratched up from just rolling over on the grass. My finger was jammed. I have stitches in my head, and then I had a black eye. This is all from a pistol, and then my chest. My chest hurts a lot because I got hit in the chest with the gun, and then they had when I was rolled on my back, and then I have I've got tased in my leg also, but they had their knees against my back while I was on my chest after I was poked with the gun. So that's one of the major injuries.
You talk about the physical injuries.
Yeah.
What about any sort of mental health issues?
Yeah,
that
I
you're
mean,
facing?
nightmares and just kind of flashbacks, and then seeing all the blood in the videos, kind of like reliving it kind of situation. So
You talked about how you could not finish that body camera footage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to watch pieces of it. I couldn't even watch it all at once. So
Must have been very hard for you to watch that.
yes, sir.
Okay. The police officers in this case are currently on leave, and they're facing criminal charges.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about that?
I'm not a judge or attorney, but I mean, there should definitely be some consequences, and I know on my part I can bring that aware to the table, that people of color, and that I was beat with a pistol multiple times for no reason while I was complying with the officers. So I know I can do that part, but I can't do the justice part on them. I don't feel like I have a say on that part.
You're a victim in this case.
Yes.
Though. You're considered a
Yes.
victim by the
Yeah.
very police department that had an officer pistol whip you.
Yeah.
What would you like to see happen in the criminal case?
Justice. I just don't want to get into the specifics about it, but justice for sure.
Okay. What's next for you, Kyle?
I'm just going to keep trying to make it aware, man. Aware that police brutality is real. And I think I got a unique situation because I saw it in my life. So I feel like I want to do something about that,
Yeah.
And just keep taking it one day at a time, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If Officer Halbert was here right now,
Huh.
what would you say to him?
I'd like to, I don't know. I don't know how to answer that. That's kind of hard. I would just ask why, what made you that angry to use that force? But it's pretty recent, so that's kind of a tough question for me.
Yeah. Totally understandable.
Thank
Has
you.
anybody reached out to you from the city of Aurora? Has the chief spoken to you?
I just saw what she said on TV, and I appreciated that. No, I think just once the police might have came to me. They took some photos and just asked if, kind of just went over what happened, and I kind of just didn't say much. But I think they reached out a little bit, but not too much though.
Yeah. How are you doing? How are you really doing today?
I'm just taking it one day at a time, man. Just trying to heal and stay strong, stand up for race and police brutality, man.
Your story has
Yeah.
gone national.
Wow.
And a lot of people have talked about it. How are you explaining it to people when people reach out to your friends and your family?
Basically, how I just explained it to you, and just bringing it to the surface and see how we can change it and take it one step at a time. Maybe reevaluate the force and maybe do some background checks more, and just focus on little pieces at a time to make the bigger pie.
Yeah. You seem very in good spirits, and that
Yeah.
you have like a smile on your face.
Mm-hmm.
It's remarkable how good you look, because
thank
in
you.
that video, the injuries were substantial.
I know. I tell
Yeah.
people I'm like Wolverine. I just kind of like healed up real quick. I kind of got blessed for it, man. I'm just lucky. I heal quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I asked you this question again, but I'll ask you again, because I think what you said is a very good point. What would you like people at home to take away from this incident?
Take away from it that people shouldn't jump to conclusions, and people who don't have a home or who are of color, maybe you should not judge them right away, and maybe have some sympathy for people out there who get treated like this, and try to understand like maybe where they're coming from more, and that the world really is an unfair place. It really is, and you could die any day, man.
Yeah, and you felt that you came close.
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Yeah.